So last night I was watching a podcast of two gentlemen talking. And first thing started off, I was vibing with what they were putting down. It made sense. But the more and more they talked, this one of the guys, kept going on and on and on about single mothers. Like everything he talked about, it's like this because they were raised by single moms. It's like this because they were raised by single moms. It's like that because they were raised by single moms. And I brought up the notion of why generalizations can be very damaging and that it's dangerous to say that. And the reason I brought it up is because he said that he's talking about behavior, and of course if the behavior didn't apply to me, I shouldn't take on the mantle of that kind of thing. And it's like, okay, I get it, but here's why it's damaging. He went on to talk about being these are the things he sees on social media. And again, here's why it's damaging. And I preface this with, I am a sociologist. Social media is an experiment. It has always been an experiment. It is a marketing experiment to see how marketing and capitalism can transform society by interactions. How can you impact a society by controlling its information, controlling its narrative, all of the above? It is an extension of advertising that did the exact same thing. If you remember back in probably the early 1900s, when they were advertising black people were seen to be in blackface, these big pink lips, all of these things. So a lot of people that were removed from interacting with black people, with the Negro, they assumed that the black person was a buffoon. This was marketing. Social media is a digital extension of that, in which the worst parts of humanity are purposely highlighted to make people deem humanity to be unsavable, in the way that I'm going to spend my time complaining about society because society is just so horrible. So to set a premise on, well, this is what I see on social media, is already a fallacy, because the things that are most prominent on social media are purposely the train wrecks. So it would be a man who focuses on social media assumes that all women are gold diggers because he saw a few gold diggers. Why is that a problem? Once he looked at that one video of gold diggers, every video that he sees is going to be gold diggers. He's not going to see the women pouring back into their communities. He's not going to see the women who support men. Women, same context. If they see a bunch of men who are emotionally inept or simply just don't have it all together, once you watch one good video of that, this is parroted through your entire feed. This is the experiment of social media. How do you transform people? By transforming what they see. So to focus on social media is dangerous because it detracts from what's actually happening. Yes, there is some statistical data around certain things, but even statistics have their own qualifiers, because how they gather the statistic also matters. So if you say, well, at this high school, 60% of the students can't read. Well, but you also picked one of the high schools in the most socioeconomically distressed areas in the city. So of course you're going to have a high rate of things like that. So that's why statistics also need their qualifiers. Statistics also need their realm of support. It can't just be, well, 60% of black kids can't read, when the only schools that were in that list are socioeconomically distressed schools. And we know schools that don't get resources typically have higher rates of illiteracy. So I don't know the brother. I know one of the other men on there, and I knew him to be not so militant about single parents or single moms, because he himself created a single mom at one point. But the other brother, I'm like, okay, you seem a little bit focused on single moms. I'm not sure why. Don't know anything about him. But the narrative is dangerous. Just because, again, social media is designed to give us the worst parts of society, because the worst parts activate us the most. The worst parts cause us to be more social. You have more podcasts complaining about people than you have ones with solutions. Are there podcasts with solutions? Absolutely. They're out there. Plenty of them are out there. But those aren't the ones that go viral. So the conversations we're having in 2025, I need them to be more solution based. Because if we're having conversations about women on women violence, I won't say most, because it could be a lot of women on women violence, there's usually a man in the middle somewhere. Keep that in mind. Enjoy your Thursday. No, today's Friday. Today's Friday. Enjoy your weekend.